This is not financial advice. Let's go. Let's go. Your boy out here in the market, open time. That's what I'm talking about, family. Let's get it. Let's get it. You already know what time it is, baby. You already know. Can I get some gorillas in the chat? Can I get some gorillas in the chat? Let me know, how is my audio doing, family? How's the audio? Is the audio good? Let me know. Ric Flair, woo! Let's talk about it, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. Let me know in the comments again. Put some gorillas in the chat. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, yeah. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, baby. It's a real beautiful day. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on the markets here. Let's let a few people get in. Again, let me know if my audio is good. Let me know if the audio is good. Somebody said Clove. We'll talk about Clove. We'll get into Clove. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Shout out to my Discord family. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I just want you to know. Let's get it. Let's get it. Audio is good. Audio is pristine. Audio is excellent. Okay. So while we wait for everybody else to get in the chat, I wanted to start it off with an image or a comment that I got from somebody. So the comment that I got was this, and it really shows you how everyone who is involved in this AMC journey is a real person with real problems, and they have real goals to try to get to where they want. So now it's this. And major salute to my person for sending me this comment yesterday. And it almost got 1,000 likes. By now, it might have 1,000 likes. So, and this is from the video yesterday. And the person said this: hold for me, please. And they said that cancer beat me down financially. And I'm trying to make money from medicine to support my family. Apes together. And then I just wanted to salute everybody. I wanted to salute everybody in the comments who were just showing love. It was just so many people. Somebody put the hands in there. Somebody said, same here at the end of a 5-year battle. Somebody said, I got you, fam. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm holding for you too. I want you to know that because it's so important. It's so important. Ric Flair, woo! Shout out to you, Jonathan, for the super chat, big dog. But again, what we got to do is remember, I want you to, if you went on AMC, do not overextend yourself. Do not overextend yourself. However, put in what you're willing to lose and what you're willing to diamond hand, because it's much better in our best interest if you get in with what you're willing to diamond hand. What do I mean by that? I mean this. If you had, let's say, 1,000 shares and then it just doubled, it would be better for you to have, let's call it 100 shares, and then this shot up 20 times or something like that, right? So you want to be able to diamond hand. And the only way we could get it to do this is to get it to go straight to the promised land by diamond handing all together and remembering who the people are who are also waiting for us to just basically hold for them. You got to remember that type of stuff. Somebody else sent me a super chat. We're going to let few people get in, so I'm going to just read the super chats for a little bit. Houston in the kitchen, and we're going to the promised land. Yasmin, let's go. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, big dog. And then Fernando, it's getting hot in the kitchen. Okay, let's talk about it, baby. Appreciate you for the super chat. And then Carolyn just sent me a sticker. Much love for you. Much love for that. Much love for that. Discord fam in the building. Discord family in the building, baby. Okay. Oven mitts on. I hope you brought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Okay, let's get it. Curious. Are you wearing shorts or are you fully dressed? Hey, man, Keenan might be wearing naked shorts, right? Did I miss the intro? No, you ain't missed the intro, big dog. Thanks for the super chat. Is Keenan wearing shorts? That's a funny one. Okay, No, I'm not wearing shorts. 10 minutes before work. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. Okay, we got 2K people in here. Let's push it. So let's see what's going on. So currently, right now, as we speak, you can see on the 30-minute chart, we got AMC, and it's basically looking like it's in some consolidation right now. Okay, we basically in some consolidation. So at the current point in time, according to this chart right here in front of me, we have $57.80, right? That's where we're sitting. It looked like we're on a little bit of a slight amount of consolidation basically since market close, but it is what it is. We're going to see what happens because you get a lot of volume when market opens, baby. You get a whole lot of volume when market opens. Okay, I got another super chat. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss y'all. You don't have to send me super chats, but you are, and I appreciate you, and I love you. Just know. How do you know if they're being margin called? If they're being margin called, and this is all happening at the same time, let me tell you something right now, family. This thing would run like you would not believe. It would run like you would not believe. And speaking of a margin call, let's make sure that we all on the same page. So I'm going to bring this up for us. Somebody else send me a super chat. Again, y'all don't have to send me the super chats. I appreciate the love. I always appreciate the love. It's all good. And Nazareth Gates, thank you for the $5 super chat. Much love. So we all on the same page here. What we doing is with AMC, we're waiting for, we could call it well, it actually technically is called a gamma squeeze and a short squeeze to follow after that. But how can this happen like just in the snap, in the blink of an eye? Margin calls, right? A margin call. What is a margin call? A margin call is this. When your margin account, now think about this. Your margin account, and this might sound like some high level stuff, but it's really not, family. I'm telling you, you probably using a margin account and don't even know it. Now, a margin account is basically a loan account. It's a loan account. So you have an account, right? And it has, let's say, $1,000 in it. Let's say it even has $100 in it. And then what happens is the broker that you're with, they'll let you borrow some things against the amount that you have in there. For example, if you have, let's go with 1,000. Let's say you have $1,000 worth of securities, stocks, whatever you have in your account, and then they let you borrow 1,000 because they know that if the account was to go down, they could always cover what they lent you with what is in your account. Okay, so now margin call is basically this. A margin call occurs when the value of an investor's margin account falls below the broker's required amount. And then the broker, for example, let's say you might be used to Robinhood or something like that. Robinhood, for example, let's say that they were to margin call you, or Webull was to margin call you, right? It's because you have $1,000 in your account and then you borrowed $1,000 from them. So now your whole account says $2,000, even though $1,000 of it is yours. And they might say, okay, we need to be able to cover what we have. So then at this very point, what would happen then is they would say, okay, your account dropped below $900. This means we can no longer cover using your money to cover our position. So we need you to add $100 more into this right here, right now. So then you would get a margin call. That's pretty much how it works. So you have to bring it up to the minimum value in your account. You have to bring it up to the minimum value in your account. Okay, so let's look at AMC real quick right here. Oh, yeah, somebody was telling me that they getting torched by Torchlight. So let's see what's going on with Torchlight. Okay, we on a bit of a downtrend. I see. So we got to a high of 1171 on Torchlight. A high of 1171, right? Okay, and then ever since pretty much then, it's kind of been a downtrend, baby. It's kind of been a downtrend. Okay, we got 2,500 people in the building. It's time. This is not financial advice. I just hope you brought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Now, don't invest in companies you don't understand and don't believe in, because if they dip, Ric Flair, woo, you not gonna buy the dip, and then you gonna sell low and be right back here crying to me, and I'm not having that. And if you in the chat, let me know that you not having that. And if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in the index funds. And hit that like button to show your boy some love. Hit that notification bell to stay tuned. Let's get straight to the point. Subscribe to the channel. And the first banger on the list, you already know what time it is. It's AMC. But right now, we looking at Torchlight, baby. And Torchlight, oh, yes, it's torture some of y'all right now. Woo! Yeah, you got to watch out for some of these. Because I tell you every time, let me check the super chats. But I tell you every single time, when you get into a stock like this, when you get into one of these kind of stocks, family, you really got to make sure of who owns them. I have done basically none of the research on Torchlight, so I have not been talking about it on YouTube at all, because I only talk about things that I know about. Okay. Somebody says DTC 002 takes effect today, but Ortex data shows that they continue to absolutely be abusing the short interest. Thoughts? So again, let me tell you something. These billionaires, and major salute to you for the super chat again. Let me see your name. Eric, appreciate you, big dog. So my thoughts on what's going on with that and how you can look at the Ortex data and they just still straight up just abusing up and down, just abusing the short interest and just making it higher and higher is this. You got to think. They are playing to win, and they have a lot of money on their side. They have so much money on their side, to my understanding. And remember, Citadel is just one of many. Citadel is just one of many. And they're worth They're worth basically $34 billion. Now that's a lot of money. And let's put that into perspective. $34 billion. Let's put this into perspective. So your boy, Christopher Columbus, he set sail in 1492. Right? Christopher Columbus. He set sail in 1492. And you can do the math on this. You may have even heard this before. I want to put into perspective how big $34 billion is. How much money that is. If you were making $5,000 every single day, we're not talking about inflation. We're not talking about earning interest on it. We're talking about just straight up just cash number, right? If you were getting $5,000 a day since Christopher Columbus set sail in 1492, you would still not have $1 billion. You would not even have $1 billion. You would be like in the high $900 million range, family. You would be in the high $900 billion range, or $900 million range. That's how much $34 billion is. That's that. And then times that again by 34 times. So you earn $5,000 a day since Christopher Columbus set sail almost 520 something years ago, and then multiply that 500 years by 34. That's crazy. That's crazy. $1 billion is a lot. $1 billion is so much. Now, they got $34 billion to basically, and this is just one of the known short sellers. This is one of them. All right, let me get to these super chats before they disappear. Somebody said, we not having that. Major salute for the super chat, big dog. And then Jacob, Discord fam in the building. Much love. Thank you for leading us to this promise. I see you there, Jacob. I see you there. Straight to the promised land, baby. All right. And my guy, Raphael, he said this. Discord fam, Cryptic 513 in the Discord. Let's get it. He said he's with his mom and chemo. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, big dog. And I know she's strong. I'm telling you, man. Been going through cancer since 2004, and the insight inspired us to get into the stock market and gain more knowledge. Listen, you are my thoughts, big dog. You and your mom, and I know she's a strong woman, and I appreciate you for sharing that with us, big dog. Much, much, much love. Much love. Tell your mother that I said I know she's a trooper and she's strong, and y'all got this. Y'all got this. I'm proud of y'all for getting into the stock market, baby. Real proud. Real proud. Real proud. So proud of y'all. Just know that. Somebody said this Tesla has 2 of them on their board and they might buy Torch. Okay. And then my guy Goose said this, they have money, we have time. That's right. They could run out of money, but guess what? As long as there's apes breathing, we got time. That's what I'm talking about. Ama, if I'm saying your name correctly, just know I love y'all. I appreciate you. Just know that. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Somebody said they got money, we got time. They could run out of money, but time keeps progressing forward. Time always progresses forward, and there's always going to be apes who are dead set in making these hedge funds bleed dry. And if you've been rocking with me and you watched my video yesterday, you already know, family, we got one down. It's one down. Many to go, but one down. Now, I hate seeing hedge funds go out of business. I know that might sound crazy, but it's because of this. Now, I'll read this to you in a second. I went over this yesterday, but I hate seeing the hedge funds go out of business because usually it's the decisions of a few that are dictating the outcomes for the many. Think about that. The decisions of the few. There are a few people at the top, and then there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of people working there, and then they all got to lose their jobs because the decisions of the few. Okay, now look at this. You may remember this from last time, and it says, hedge fund that was betting against GameStop. I got to sneeze. Let me get some bless yous in the chat. All right. So Financial Times says this: hedge fund that bet against GameStop shut down. You remember this from yesterday's video, right? And it's a London-based hedge fund, and they bet against GameStop. And I just don't have it on my heart to leave you uninformed, family. You got to know that holding on to AMC and GameStop and the so-called meme stocks, which we know meme stock is a derogatory term because there are people working at these jobs who aren't working meme jobs, right? So come on with that. So yeah, the London-based hedge fund, they bet against GameStop, and guess what? They basically got shut down, and they went out of business, family. They went out of business because guess what? They're willing to really lose everything. They're willing to lose everything just to make a point. Isn't that crazy? Just to make a point. And when you look at the amount of money that this hedge fund had, I didn't get to go into great detail on this in my last video, but when you look at the amount of money that this hedge fund had, take a look at this. This was White Square Capital. right? And they told investors that they were shutting their main fund. Now, be on the lookout for them to do a rebrand, because a lot of the time, these hedge funds and these large businesses that go out of business, what they do is they just put a little mask on it and then try again somewhere else. Somebody said, keeping it real, keeping it raw. Major salute for the super chat, big dog. Appreciate you. Let me not miss these. We really want you to do a collab with Masked Investor. Shout out to my guy. Rogue Legacy, shout out to him. Major salute to them. And Jeremiah, let's go to the promised land. I like it, baby. But yeah, take a look at this, family. Take a look at this. And major salute to the Masked Investor and Rogue Legacy, everybody, man. We a community, apes together strong, family. That's what I'm talking about. But take a look at this. So White Square Capital, they were managing basically $440 million in assets. They were managing $440 million in assets. Now, I know when you're thinking about the world of investing, and you're thinking about millions and millions and millions of dollars, it might not sound too crazy, right? It might not sound too crazy. However, $440 million is a lot. But guess what? And this is this number right here. It doesn't put you in the same league as some of the other short sellers, like I just showed you with Marvin Capital or Melvin Capital, or even Citadel, who have billions of dollars at their disposal, family. They have billions of dollars at their disposal. So then when we going down billions of dollars betting against GameStop, and next thing you know, you lose all this money. Take a look at this. Melvin Capital, right? Melvin Capital, and I see that. Let me adjust this on the screen because it's looking like it's not fitting just yet. Here we go. Okay, so Melvin Capital, right? Melvin Capital, they got bailed out, $2.75 billion. So you telling me that in this game, they're losing billions and billions of dollars betting against GameStop. Just billions and billions and billions of dollars. Okay, if they're losing so much money, then why would you say that a $440 million firm is still betting against GameStop and they see other places losing billions of dollars? Now, this is what I was telling you before, where you have the few at the top making decisions for the many who work at the hedge funds. So then they just let everybody fall down and falter with the decisions that they're making. You got to think about that. You got to think. Where's your morals when you're doing something like this, when you're playing a risky game? Think about this. Imagine that you are the head of your household. You're the straight up head of your household, right? Okay. And what happens is you get a chance to go to a casino and bet that you're going to win everything or lose your house, right? And then your kids, your wife, your husband, your whoever, right? Your significant other, everybody loses everything because of decisions that you made on your own. And that's what's happening when these hedge funds is going out of business. A lot of people losing it all. And Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks, major salute, big dog. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Discord fam in the building. I love being on this journey with you. Just know that. Much love. Much appreciated. And then, they had to cover the tracks. When they went out of business with this, and they didn't want you to think that they lost their business because of a bet. So then somebody had to come out and say they said this, a person close to the fund said the decision to shut the firm was unrelated to the meme stock rally. Okay. Sure it wasn't, right? So where you losing all this money from? We know what time it is. We already know what time it is. Don't try to play with us like we just foolish now. Come on with it. But let's look at what's going on with the stock, because the market is open. And again, if you lost a lot of money on TRCH, guess what, family? Man, this thing is down like a rock. If you lost a lot of money on this one, then listen, you just got to make sure you're doing your research and you're going light when you get into stuff like this. That's all I really want to say on that. You got to make sure that you're going light on it. Now, let's look. Somebody said that Tesla is going off. Let's see. Tesla is one of my favorite stocks. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're not in the 700 yet, but we got a little pop. But you know the haters. The haters about to start shorting immediately because they just hate Tesla so much. But guess what? You cannot stop a destructive force like Tesla. If you in TRCH Torchlight, let me know in the comments and let me know your experience with it. Did it hurt you? Did you make money and get out? What happened with that? Let me know in the comments. I want everybody to see what you're saying. Okay, somebody else just said AMC. What's going on with us? We had 58. Oh yeah, look at that big green candle, baby. Look at that big green candle. That's a beautiful candle. So if you're wondering why my screen looks like this, and this app that I'm using right now is Webull. It's Webull. Webull app is a banger. Just know that. Just know that I use Webull. When you see me on my regular videos, I'm using Robinhood, right? I'm using Robinhood, but the main reason I'm using Robinhood is because the charts are crazy simple to look at. Crazy simple to look at. Somebody sent another super chat and they said this. Let me get into it. Weldon, appreciate you for the super chat, big dog. He said he researched it merging, and then they're liquidating and offering a dividend today, and shorts have to cover to pay the dividend. Okay, okay. Somebody else said Webull or Robinhood. We're loaning out shares to cover the shorts. Everyone make sure you turn off the option to loan your shares. And then somebody said this. Hold torchlight for your dividends. Interesting, interesting. Again, though, I'll say this. If you got in torchlight, and again, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. If you got in torchlight and you're down a lot, and then you do happen to earn dividends on it, for example, let's say that you bought one share, right? Let's say that you bought one share at 11, like at the very peak, and hopefully you didn't, but let's say you bought one share at the peak, and then it's all the way down here, basically at $5 now. It was at 11, now it's at 5, and then you get, let's call it even $1 dividend, which, you know what I'm saying? You get $1 in dividends, you still down by a lot. But this isn't to discourage you. This is just to encourage you to make a better decision in the future. One thing that I want to do on here is I want to empower you. And one way to empower, and it's counterintuitive, family. It's counterintuitive. It's to start to see that some of the things that are happening are your fault. Start to see that some of the things that are happening are your fault. Now, this might sound crazy. This might sound real crazy. Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault. Guess what? If it's not your fault, then it's outside of your control. And then it makes it hard for you to react. And it makes it hard for you to prepare. But if it is your fault, then in this case, and this doesn't mean beat yourself down. This means that you have power because you're in control. You're in control. The weather is not your fault. You have no control over that. You could do nothing to start it. You could do nothing to end it. It is what it is. However, having an umbrella or getting wet outside because it's raining, that is your fault if you had an umbrella or not. So that's what I want you to think about. Start to think. And maybe fault isn't the best word, but I want you to think of it as empowerment. When things are in control, guess what? That's where your power lies. Okay, let me get to the super chat. California 2A. Somebody said, please leave at least 5% when you cash out your AMC position. Don't take it all and don't be an animal. Somebody else said this, and major salute again for the super chat. Appreciate you. Webull and Robinhood are rocking with Citadel. Look into it. And then my other guy said this. This is the Royal Red, I want to say. He said, good morning, bro. How do you feel about Royce? And it's looking like a promising play for the next few months. It's around $1.56. I'll look into that for you. I'll look into that. And then my guy said this. He said, you mentioned people borrowing shares. I have Robinhood Mobile. How do I adjust? How can I adjust so I can borrow the shares? And you want them to be broke boys? Yeah. So just a quick YouTube search. You find like a minute video. It'll just show you how to turn off share lending. So look up how to turn off share lending on YouTube. Just ASAP real quick. Knock that out. Bow. Because they're actually lending your shares. And for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, right. Somebody said there's a fine line between fault and reason. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a huge fact. That's a huge fact. Somebody don't understand what we're talking about here. So what we're trying to play AMC on, just for those of us who is a little late to the party, is a short sell or a short squeeze, actually. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I mean, you've seen this picture from me a million billion times, right? But you're gonna see it again. So here we go. AMC is currently a short squeeze play. They keep trying to tell you don't buy it because of the fundamentals, but guess what? Nobody's buying it because of the fundamentals. We're buying it because of many things. They call it a meme stock, but if you follow me on Twitter, I am at Keenan Grace on Twitter, at KENANGRACE on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen this. I said this. Basically, you got to think that when you hear the word meme stock, it's people, they somewhat trying to come at you left, and you could just see where their energy is coming from, because AMC is much more than a meme stock. It's a statement. It's a movement. It's collective, just apes getting together to try to make the market better for the future, family. So let me get to the super chat, and then I talk to you about the short sale. I talk to you about the short sales. Okay, so we said this, Dakota C, glad you got live working, family. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for the super chat. And thoughts on Express. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? Express ticker symbol EXPR. This is where I got this shirt from. I actually believe in Express's their clothing. I would have to look further into their business model, see how that's working for them. But their clothing is high quality, in my personal opinion. No, I'm not being paid to say this. Okay. And my guy Jacob, he said this. He said AMC over 60. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, AMC. Let's go, AMC. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, yeah. So a short squeeze is pretty much like this. You got three main parties, family. Three main parties. The first one is the broker. The next one is the short seller. This is the hedge funds, baby. And then you got the market. The market is you. The market is your mom. The market is your dad. The market is everybody. That's me and you. The 99%, this is us. So, okay. The broker is basically the people who have the shares. They have the shares. They lend it out. And who has it now? The short seller has it now. Okay, since the short seller has it now, then they loan it or they actually sell it into the market. So notice this is selling pressure, that they're throwing all of these shares into the market, right? A lot of selling pressure, family. And then what that happens is the stock price that you bought it at, for example, let's say that they buy a share of AMC at 60 and then they short it into the market at 60. They want it to come down all the way back to $10, even 59 really, right? They want it to come down so then they could buy it back low. Bow, scoop it right back up. And then guess what? They're going to return it to the broker. One thing that we never really discuss is that short selling, when you borrow a share, it's actually out on loan, right? Makes sense? You got to pay interest on that. And the short interest on AMC, the volume is actually so high on the short interest that it costs a lot, into the double digits that it costs in interest that they're paying. So even if the stock was to remain the same and they were not to short it into the market, guess what, family? Guess what? They got to pay all of this interest to the broker. So the short sellers, they're losing money on interest for having these shares out on loan. They're getting killed that way. They're losing interest having the shares out on loan. And then they're losing also because the stock is going up. Now, let's see. Let's say the stock, we running, huh? We running on AMC. We're running. Let's look at it. Let's look at AMC together. Here we go. $60, family. We over $60. Now, if you're wondering how to read this is called the candle. And basically right now, I'm on the 30-minute time frame. You look down here. I'm on the 30-minute time frame. And every single one of these is a candle. You got a green candle. You have a red candle. Right? So a candle works like this. There are four main parts to a candle. And if you look up here, we got open, high, low, close. Open, high, low, close. This tells you everything you need to know about the candle that you're looking at and the volume of that candle. So if you look up there again, keep your eyes up here, but I'm going to click on the candle. Keep your eyes up here. O, H, L, C, and then volume. Take a look. So this candle opened at 57. So all the way down here. Right? Look at that. That's true. It opened at 57. It's saying that the current high of this candle is 61.10. That's true. It's saying that the current low of this candle, the lowest that it's got in this 30-minute time frame, is 56.80. Look at that. That's true as well. And then it says that it closed at 59. That's this, or where it's about to close. It can't close there. But let's go to a shorter time frame. Let's see what's going on. See what kind of trends we can identify and see what we can see over here. Okay, yeah. So we broke some. Breaking out of some of these. Let me clean this chart up for you. And if you're wondering what this is on the bottom, this down here, this is my RSI, Relative Strength Index. So I'm on a 5-minute time frame right now, and we're coming down to a little bit of support right here. And let's see. So this candle right now, the lowest has been is 59. So it did come into the 59 range, family. We did come into the 59 range with this current candle on a 5-minute chart. Somebody said no options with TRCH on Robinhood. Thoughts on SNDL? Okay, let's look on SNDL. And Hammond, thank you for the super chat, big dog. Let's look at SNDL real quick. Let's take a quick glance at it. Sundial growers, baby. Sundial growers. So right now they taking off. They having a good day. Let's look and see what they're doing today. Okay. Yeah, so they're running. This one is a runner. Woo! Okay, so here we go. SNDL. So one thing about these cannabis plays, you can make a lot of money with a cannabis play, family. You can make a lot of money with a cannabis play. So the low that this was, yeah, it was all the way down here, right? And now it's running up a little bit, but okay. That's actually that's a bit of a jump for them. So their next resistance line is basically, or resistance point is right here. And remember, these are psychological, but they do count because there's a lot of people looking at them. So this thing is probably going to run and test about $9.89, right? So $9, yeah, it should start correcting a little bit higher than this. You might see a green candle pop out of nowhere, right? I'm sorry, a red candle pop out of nowhere with this one. In the very near future, it might cool off a little bit. But if it breaks past that, family, this one is going to run up even more. Okay. So that's that. Let's get back. Let's see what's going on with TRCH. Dang, we dropping like a rock, baby. Sheesh. Look at this. Look at this one. Coming down. Coming down. Coming way down. Okay, let's see. See my family saying in the chat. Thoughts on Doge. Okay. Big Doge. Thoughts on Big Doge. Let's look at Doge. DOGE. So Doge, okay. We currently at 23 cents for Doge. Now again, with Doge, what you have to do with Doge and how we've been playing this one for a long time, family, is strike days. We've been playing it on strike days, aka you strike on specific days. Now the way that we run this on the channel is we got 3 different strategies, right? You got to be prepared, not surprised. What are the 5 P's? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Say it with me again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We got 3 strategies. So if you got a stock and it's predictable in pattern as to where it's going, or even a cryptocurrency and it's very predictable in pattern where it's going, you use strike price. If I see a price I like, I strike. And if I don't, we pass on the play. There will always be another play. But then you get 3 different strike price. You set yourself up so you're not going all in at once. So if you have $300, and let's use Doge as an example, but I wouldn't use strike prices with Doge. But let's use Doge as an example. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 30-minute chart, 30-minute time frame. Okay, take a look at this. If I was trying to play Doge, and I had $300 to put into Doge right now, if I was going to use, so you got strike price, you got strike days, and then you got strike to own. If I was going to use strike price on Doge, that would mean I'm waiting for 3 different prices to load up on Doge, family. 3 different prices. It would be just like this. So the first one, if I got $300, I might put the first $100 in at 23. I might put it in at 23 just to get some skin in the game. And then I will come down to where I feel is a resistance, or a support line actually, which would be like right here, right? I would come in, I'm like, okay, I got some support right here, basically at 220. I would go in with my next 100, bow. And then my third $100, I would wait for it to come back to 16. Now, you may never see that in your life, but that's how you run it and play it safe. So, because you want to maximize your reward and minimize your risk. So don't buy cryptos. They're not a proven cash asset. This is a demon Bodhi. So again, I tell you this, I made a lot of money in crypto, big dog. I made a lot of money in crypto. So it is what it is. I just got to have to say that. So, and I'm holding mine until 2030. I'm holding mine until 2030, if not 2060. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding this really extremely long term. So I could care less about Dogecoin coming down. I could care less about Bitcoin coming down, Ethereum coming down, Cardano coming down. I'll just buy more or just leave it alone because the 2021 dip, it means nothing to me in a long scheme. So, okay. If we were using strike days, which is what I recommend, you can do what you want. But if we're using strike days on this, strike days means you get paid on Friday. That means, guess what? Every Friday, you would load up on a cryptocurrency of your choosing. Exactly. Figuratively speaking, 2030 vision, baby. 2030 vision, baby. Somebody tried to say, Keenan, but you know, 2030 vision means that your vision is worse than 2020 vision, right? And I'm like, you got to listen, family. Open your ears up. 2030 vision. I say figuratively speaking, 2030 vision. That means this. That means figuratively speaking, I see this far out until 2030. 2030. I can't technically see the 2030, right? That doesn't make sense. So I got to say figuratively speaking. You got to open your ears sometimes. Okay, so now strike days. How that works is this. You want to strike on a specific day. You strike on a specific day. That's how we getting down. That's how we rocking out. You strike on a specific day. So if you get paid on Friday and you got $300, you say, okay, this Friday, bow, I'm putting my first 100 on it. Next Friday, bow, bow, I'm putting my next 100 on it, baby. And then the next Friday after that, bow, 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 I'm putting my last 100 on this. And then I'm riding the wave straight to the promised land, baby. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody said my voice sound like I just woke up. Listen, I've been up. I've been up. Somebody said, Doge ain't even in the script, bro. AMC to the moon. Listen, AMC, yeah, listen, let me tell you something. We're not gonna forget about AMC. AMC is rocking, and we currently found support. We currently found support somewhere around the $60 line. It's very new though. Keep in mind, it's very new, so it's not a proven strong resistance or support now. We kind of consolidating right here. That's important. Okay. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. SNDL, yeah, we just talked about SNDL. I could get back to that in a second. Somebody said, bow, 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 right? Somebody said they was in Doge since basically less than a penny, right? 006. I see you. 006. AMC. Okay. So yeah, let's look though. Let's check some out. Let's do some work with AMC. So we on a minute chart. Let's try to zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom out a little bit. And let's look at this. So we on a 5-minute chart. The market has not been open way too long. Yeah, let's go to the minute chart. So every one of these candles represents a minute. And let's look at this. It's looking like we on a slight, ever so slight downtrend. Take a look at this. So this is your high, right? And this is kind of consolidation. You can't even really call this a high, right? This is a high, but this is a lower high technically. And then this one is a lower high technically. So it's looking like a slight downtrend, and then they're trying to break us under 59. So I'm telling you, oh yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of the data and look at some of the facts, because you have to see for yourself what's going on. So this over here, let me drag it on over. This is Stonko Tracker, and you've seen me use this several times in my videos. So Stonko Tracker, according to Stonko Tracker right now, and let me just check the super chat before it disappears, before I go in like we always do. So he said this, AMC, how can we tell if the shorts are being covered? If the shorts is covering, family, this thing would be jumping by 5, 10, 15. Like it'd be really jumping. You would see it. Now, if some shorts are covering, you'll see some movement forward. But if many of the shorts are covering, this thing is gonna jump $10, $40. Like it would really jump at a high level and a high rate. Okay, let's look at Stonko Tracker together. So according to Stonko Tracker right now, at $59.73, currently there's 178,000 calls that would expire in the money. So now these are options, family. These are options. So call options are basically, the large majority of these call options are bets that the stock is gonna go up, right? Now, if it goes up to 60, this is only going to put 5,000 more of them in the money. So pretty much a lot of the ones that were betting basically that it was going to be under 60 or so, they're in the money. They're running in the money right now. We can look at that in a second. Take a look at this, though. Take a look at this. There's 150,000 shares available to borrow. Available to borrow. Remember when I was telling you earlier that the short sellers, what they're doing is they're borrowing the shares from the broker, and then they short them and they sell them into the market. They sell them into the market. And somebody said, why is AMC falling? I want you to look and think. There's a correlation. It's not a cause, but a correlation is related to how many shares are available to borrow. There's currently 150,000 shares available to borrow, which means almost every share available to borrow is being shorted into the market, or at least it's being borrowed. It's being borrowed right now in preparation to be shorted, or it's already being shorted into the market. One or the other. It's one or the other. All right, so let's go down a little bit. And let's look at this. So this is so we don't have the data for this yet. So the dark pool data, right? This is the trading data, and the summary of this says the short percentage is the amount of volume shorted. The dark pool percentage shows the trading volume on the dark pool. So look at this. So the dark pool, again, is where large institutions generally go, and what they do is They go to a place, it's an exchange, right? It's a dark pool. So what they're doing is they're lumping all of their cash in there, they're lumping all of their shares and equities in there, and then they switch, and then you find out who it was basically after it happens, so it doesn't reflect in the market that we're in, right? So the big dogs are doing this, and we are outside of this because we don't have the money to go and do something like that. Okay, but notice that, and this is where they give like so many amount of shares, like many shares at one time are basically being traded. Many shares are being traded at one time for a large amount of money that will otherwise manipulate the market according to the reasoning why the dark pool exists. Okay, so on June 18th, look at this, 59% of the trading volume was done on a dark pool. This tells me two things. This tells me that, okay, most of the trading volume is large institutions, because we can't trade over there, or we don't trade over there, right? We don't got the money to get in on that game. Okay. And the same thing was true on the 17th, the 16th, it was even higher. The 15th, it was even higher. We still waiting on the 21st and the 22nd. Okay, look at this though. The short volume, all of the trading volume that happened, 43% of it was short interest. So almost half. So remember, most of the volume is being traded by or over in the dark pools where we can't go. So most of it is the large institutions trading, and that's showing me that the apes are holding strong. The apes are holding strong, and all of the activity is coming from the big dogs who are getting desperate. They're getting super desperate. Somebody said hit that like button. 1.4K likes. I can't even tell how many likes. All right, so let's get it. All right, and let's see this. So that's what's going on with that. But let's look at the fails to deliver, because we were talking about this earlier. I can't wait to see June's numbers for fails to deliver, because they're updated basically every 2 weeks at best. But you usually get the whole picture, like a whole month out, family. A whole month out. A whole month out for the fails to deliver. And fail to delivers mean this. Let's say that I sold you my car, right? I sold you my car. Let's say I sold you my car for, let's call it $10,000, right? I gave you a car, $10,000, and then I signed a piece of paper saying I'm going to deliver this to you by a certain time at a minimum. And then I know I don't deliver it because I don't have it, or for whatever reason. Something could have happened in the background where, you know what, I was driving in your house to deliver the car, boom, I crashed, right? Something happened. But hopefully everybody driving safe out there. Just know, hopefully everybody driving safe. But, okay. Or what could happen is the car doesn't exist, and this would be a naked car. Let me get some cars in the chat. Okay, let's look back at AMC and let's see. Okay, so we coming down. Like I was telling you guys, a little bit of a downtrend. So if this was the high, and you could kind of sort of call this a lower high, you could kind of sort of call this a lower high, you could kind of sort of call this a lower high, but it looks like we starting to see some strength. 3 straight green little candles on the minute chart. And again, this is the minute chart. There's so much information coming out rapidly, but if you look at the 5-minute chart, it looks like we're in a downtrend. And if this continues, then the next support would be somewhere around 57, 56, if this continues. However, remember, 59 is so close. It's so close to 60 that as soon as people see it over 60, that could act as some excitement and then send us right back up again. It could send us right back straight to the promised land. Okay, and let's look at this, because I want to open this up real quick. And let's check out Ortex. Let's check out Ortex on Twitter, see what they're talking about. Let me reload this. Okay, let's see what Ortex is talking about. So Ortex on Twitter, they're saying that the AMC short interest is 14.16%. They posted this 20 hours ago, so it could have changed by now. But that's an increase. Remember how they were trying to show us? Time and time again. Somebody said go to the hour chart. I'll go there in a second. Somebody said time and time again that they were trying to bring it back to the 9.9% range, as low as possible, because they were showing you that the short interest was going down. We need the short interest to be high, because the more short interest, the more likely a short squeeze. Yeah, this is Ortex. They give out data on Twitter. You could pay for their account, or you could use their Twitter. It is what it is. Okay, somebody said look at the hourly chart. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, in the hourly chart we up. On the hourly chart we running. Okay, but on the minute chart, you get a little more of a minute detail of what's going on, family. Okay, yeah, so let's come back here. So it says the estimated short interest change since they posted this, or when they posted this. And again, it may have changed by now. You go sign up for your own Ortex account. So, okay, it says it changed 1% and the shares returned 2.39%. So remember, there's a broker, there's a short seller. The short seller has to return some of the shares, but they borrowed more than they returned. They borrowed 3.51 million, but they returned basically 2.39 million, and it changed 1.12 million. Short interest is 14.16. We like to see this number go up. We like to see this number go up. We like to see this number go up. So somebody said, AMC, we hoarded like Game of Thrones. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We holding. We holding strong. Miss Rosie, much love for the super chat. Much love. Thank you for sending that, or the super chat sticker. Much love for that. Much love. Appreciate you. Y'all don't have to send me super chats. Just know I appreciate the love in general. I appreciate just being able to teach what we know. One thing about this, and I was telling so many people, that when you figure out how to trade at all on the stock market, or what the trends are and the news catalyst, and remember, news catalyst always trumps the data on the chart, because good news on a company or bad news that drops out of nowhere could just break every technical that you've ever seen. Okay, but one thing that's important about being on the internet and actually sharing what I've learned, and a lot of people are doing this too, and I salute every one of them, is you could be doing this stuff in the dark. You could be learning and then making money on the stock market alone, but you decided to bring other people with you to the promised land. That's what I'm talking about. Oven mitt check. Oven mitt check. Let me see if you got them on. Let me see if you got them on. Okay, you got them on. But if you can't handle the heat. But let's keep looking at this. Let's keep looking at this. The short interest is estimated to be 72 million shares. 72 million shares. This is how we know that we have them. This is how we know we have them right where we want them. Think about this, family. There's 513 million shares totally that legally and is reported to have existed, right? There's this many shares that have been reported to exist. 513 million shares outstanding of AMC. Now, we have basically 500 million, or 400 million of them. We got 80% of it. We got basically 400 million of all the shares. We are the apes, right? And the large institutions who are shorting the stocks, at a minimum, we know the majority of the apes are not shorting the stock. We're not shorting the stock at a minimum. Some are trading it, but at a minimum, they're not shorting it. So take a look at this. If you got 500 or 400 million, and basically that means the large institutions, they have a little bit over 100 million left, right? They have a little bit over 100 million left, and they're shorting basically 72 million of that. And that is just what is reported. That is just what is reported. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we know we have them basically right where we want them. We got them right where we want them. That's important. And you got to remember and recognize stuff like that. That's huge. That's huge to know. Okay, let's see. That's huge to know, family. That's huge. And there's an important date coming up too. So let me clarify on this, because something was going on Reddit, but it got corrected, and I corrected it in a video prior, but I'll correct it in this video right now, right here. So I want you to see this, because it's an important date, and it's June 25th. June 25th. So now I'm going to read this to you. Pay attention. Pay attention. Make sure you got your listening ears on. Make sure you got your listening hat on too. I need your listening ears. I need your listening hat. Make sure you got them on. Okay, here we go. This is the mistake. This is a mistake. I'm not going to say misinformation. This is a mistake, but you know what? This is the right information. This is the right one. The other one was the first information that put on everybody's radar, and this was the correction. So here we go. On Reddit, not too long ago, it was reported. Somebody said you can't burn diamond hands. That's right. That's right. Somebody said, so not too long ago. So this is about the reverse repo, right? The reverse repo loan. So let's talk about it. So earlier there was a post on Reddit like a week, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and it was about 715 billion for June 25th with the Fed reverse repo post, and it said it's full of wrong info. So again, whenever you're correcting people, I just want you to say this. Yeah, we got them hats on in the chat. We ready. I want you to know this. Whenever you're correcting people, right, try not to do it in such a way that they're not hearing you. Because if they're not hearing you, then you basically talking to yourself, especially and specifically in one-on-one conversations. So But I see why they're doing this with the horns and all of this. But let's go. And major salute to the person that posted this. I'm not quite sure your name, but here we go. And it said this: a reverse repurchase agreement is a transaction where the Fed sells securities to an eligible counterparty with an agreement to repurchase that same security at a specific price at a specific time in the future. So that sounds a little confusing, but let's break it up and make it make sense. Keep it simple like we always do on the channel. You already know how we do. So you got the Fed, right? This is a reverse repo. You got the Fed. So a normal repo is kind of like this. You got the Fed, and what they do is they loan the banks some money. The Feds loan the banks some money, and then in time, let's keep it even simpler than that. You got the Fed, and you got a bank. The Fed is going to loan money to the bank. The bank, they're going to give collateral to the Fed. So they might give them some securities or something like that. But eventually we got to reverse this. So then eventually, and this is a normal repo, and the banks eventually will have to give the money back to the Feds. And then the Feds will give all of the stocks and securities and whatever back. That's a normal repo. But now, this time around, we got a reverse repo, family. And this is coming due basically on June 25th. And it works like this. And let's just clear up what it is. This is what we're doing. We're clearing up what it is. So in a reverse repo, right, it's this. You have the Fed, and then you have the banks. The Feds need money this time. So then the banks loan money to the Feds. And then the Feds loan or give security to the banks as collateral. But what's going to happen now is this is going to flip. So then the banks are going to give the security back, and then the Fed is going to give the banks back the cash. So then the banks are about to be loaded up on cash. They're about to have so much cash back from the Feds, because the Fed, they need to borrow all this money because of the you-know-what going on in the world, the pandemic, let's just say. I don't know if pandemic is getting people demonetized or whatever is going on with that. You don't want to get flagged, and then your video don't get around on YouTube. But yeah, so then he said this means the U.S. Treasury bonds will need to be returned, not $720 billion in cash. Right. So then that's pretty much what I just said. And then you will not need, or this will not lead to a margin call on June 25th. So yeah, we're not going to get a margin call on June 25th. Make sure that you are watching out for dates. Watching out for dates, because people like to get, let's call it, distracted. They like to get distracted when they hear a date. And if the date doesn't come true, then they start to feel a little down. But it's not even about that. It's about putting in and being reasonable and being responsible. If you're being responsible, you literally only put in what you're willing to dime in hand. You put in what you're willing to dime in hand. And then if everybody does that, you might hear that AMC could go to 100,000. If everybody was on the same page, I want you to know this to be true. If everybody else was on the same page as you, we could take this definitely way out. Way to like very, very high numbers of this. Very high numbers of this. Okay, let's see what the stock is doing right now. Let's see what AMC is doing right now. Okay, so we still in a little bit of a downtrend. Like I was telling you earlier. This is how you identify the trends. This is the simplest way to say, okay, are we in a bit of a downtrend slightly, ever so slightly? And again, it's just on the 5-minute chart. The 30-minute chart, we still up. The 5-minute chart and the 1-minute chart, look at this. This is a high. This is a kind of lower high. This is about similar. Lower high, lower high. Or you can do it the other way too. This is a low. This is a lower low. This is a lower low. This is a lower low. This is how you can look at these. And you could actually put channels in there and pretty much do whatever you want. So let's look at this. Let's see what this might do. No, I don't want to use that one. Let's use, what kind of line do I want to use? Let's use a trend line. So, all right. Did I click it? Let's use these parallel lines. Let's make a bit of a channel, right? So a channel is basically, it kind of shows you a little bit of direction, but you want to break out of this channel. Once we start to break out of this channel right here, this is going to show us some good indication that we're going back up. So we have an ascending level, or I'm sorry, a descending level of resistance and a descending level of support. So if you look at this, what do I mean by that? This line here is descending, it's going down. This line here is also going down, it's headed downward, right? And it's acting as a level of resistance. So we have a few touch points up here, 1, and right here 2, and this one kind of sort of some confirmation. But look right here, this bottom line, this descending level of support is coming down, it drops, and then it touches it a little bit, like 1 right here kind of, 1 right here kind of, 1 right here kind of, and 1 right here kind of. So it might come somewhere in this area, but we want to see it break out of this trend. We're hoping that this candle right here breaks out of this trend, and then we can start a new trend, which could potentially be an uptrend. So I got a super chat. Yo, much love, big dog. Twiz West Philly, you show a lot of love, big dog. I appreciate you for this. I appreciate you. Just know I see you, and I know you, big dog. I appreciate you. Said just stopping through. Keep up the great work, good brother. Got to get back. Right, let's get back to, let's make this money, man. Let's get it. Let's get to this bread. But again, we're in this, and we hoping. Let's see if this little candle could break through. Could we pump? Let's pump. Let's pump right through it. Come on, AMC. Come on, AMC. But even if it doesn't break through it, family, it's all good. It's all good. We diamond handing. We know that the large institutions, what they're trying to do is this. They're really, really, really trying to suppress the price. Remember, they can run out of money quicker than we can run out of time. They can run out of money much, much quicker than we can run out of time. That's pretty much what's going on here. That's how we getting down. That's how we doing it. Let's get into the chats. Let's see what's going on with the chats. Good morning. Much love. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live, family. But if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in the index funds. Somebody said, can I check charge point? Yeah, I can check charge point. We can check charge point. Let's check charge. Oh, CHPT. CHPT. Just right to it. Charge point. So charge point. Yeah, all right. Charge point is staying above 30. I like this at 30. I like this at 30 or lower. We've been rocking with charge point for a long time. And I was telling everybody when this thing was crashing, let's look back a good amount. When this thing was crashing all the way down to like in the teens, right? We got in here. We rolled it up here. We stayed in though. We stayed in because charge point is strike to own. We stayed in. We got here. 19 again. Boom. And we just held on. And look at this. This line, this ascending line of support, I put this here, I want to say, not even recently. But look at that. It's holding true. So you might even see this go up. But the strong resistance for this is going to be like 35. That's going to be a strong resistance. If it can break past that, then we in good standing. If it can break past that, then we're in some good standing, family. Where we at with this? Yeah, okay. But let's get back to some AMC. Here we go. AMC. Here we go. Somebody said Nio. Oh, appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate you. Let's look. Nio. Let's look at what Nio's doing, because you know. And let's talk about some options. Oh, so we had a channel going the other day when I did this, when I was live, and Nio broke out of this trend line, this trend channel, but it's currently holding up. It's holding up. Let's look at some options. Let's look at some options on Nio. Let's look at some options, baby. So this is the options chain, family. This is the options. So take a look at this. This is the June 25th option on Nio. Since Nio is not like crazy volatile like AMC, I would not run a short-term option on Nio. I would totally not run a short-term option on Nio. What I would do is I would run a far-out option on Nio like we've been doing. So if you up on a Discord with us, then you already know what time it is, and we always running options on Nio, but we put them a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and we put them out so that we have time to make money and hit the home run, which we've hit the home run on Nio several times. We even hit the home run on AMC several times, but AMC is so volatile that you got to get in those and get out of those. Get in and get out. Somebody said, read Motley Fool latest story. All right. Give me a second. Don't let me forget, family. Don't let me forget. So we just picked up a Nio call. Let me look. I got it on my phone. Let me look and see what we doing. We probably doing straight. If not, though, if we not doing straight on the Nio calls, then it is what it is. It is what it is. We got time. That's what it's all about, having time and investing responsibly. When you get into options, don't put your whole account in the option, family. You got to be responsible. Okay, yeah. So let me send this. And people say, Keenan, why haven't you been showing your account? Why haven't you get on and show your account? Guess what? Because my channel is about everybody. That's why I have not been doing that. I used to actually show my account literally all of the time. All of the time. But then as soon as I started focusing on other people rather than focusing on my own channel, that's when my channel started to get big. But right now, I'll show you my positions. And I have if you want a Discord and you want to see my positions on things, just ask. Just ask and I'll show it. I ain't hiding anything. Got nothing to hide. I am who I am. I'll keep it real. I'll keep it raw, baby. So this is my positions on Nio right now. And AMC. My Nio and AMC current positions right now. So let's look at them together, family. And let's break it down. Some of them are options. Some of them are... That's why you see it so much. So this is Nio. Currently totally on Nio. I'm up $7,000. Right? Take a look. We just picked up this call just yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, on the Discord. Either yesterday or the day before. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check the super chat. Appreciate you, big dog, for the super chat. Oven mitt check. Let's get it, big dog. Let's go. Let's go. Well, here we go. All right. So this is my Nio position. So what is Keenan's Nio position? Here we go. Ready? So currently in the stock. All right, here we go. Where my mouse at? All right, here we go. So this is the stock. I currently have $18,000 in Nio on the stock. I'm up 27%. Take a look at this. I have 400. I got some more Nio on my Robinhood account too. And it's just, I think it's like 100 or so, right? I got it in a few spots, but this is the main one. So I got $18,000 in this, and then I got 414 shares of Nio. So my Nio position is not built out. I'm still building it out. I'm up 27%. My average is $35.68. Okay, I'm up $4,000 on the stock, right? Because the stock only went up 27%. The stock only went up 27%. Okay, we got that. We know that. But take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is my $30 Nio option for October 15th. We up 93%. How am I up 93% on this? I'm up 93% because my option cost over here, my option cost went up. My options cost went up. I bought the option when it was 8.52, right? And now it's 16.45. The option, the price of the contract went up, family. That's what you got to understand about options. Now notice this. We picked up, I want to say we picked this one up maybe 2 weeks ago on the Discord. If you want a Discord, let me know in the comments, baby. So take a look at this. This option here is for Nio for $100 for January 20th, 2023. Not 2022. We still got next year and then the beginning of the year after that, 2023, for Nio to get to 100. However, I could currently sell this and make 10% on what I paid. I paid 4.42, but now it's 4.90. So I made money on this because the contract, when you buy an option, you're buying a contract, and the contract went up in price. So if I was to buy it for the first time now, I would have to pay 4.90. But instead, I had to pay, when I got it, it was cheaper, and I paid 4.42. Okay, now we got a Nio $85 call, Nio $85 call, and it says this. I'm up 5.59%. We just picked this up yesterday on a Discord. If you want to be up on the plays early as us, Discord family, Shay, I see you. Discord family in the building. Discord family in the building, baby. I picked this up. We picked this up yesterday, and I'm up 1.34. Oh, yeah, that's what it is now. I'm up 5% on it. But good, look at this. We still got until December 17th to knock this one out the park. Nio is expected to run. If everything in the market stays kind of cool, stays kind of calm, and just goes as expected, Nio is going to run. And then these, next thing you know, this 5%, 50%, 100%, past that. This 10%, 100%. 200%, right? It's gonna run. These things are gonna, you can't guarantee it. You can't guarantee it. But if something happens in the market again that you as unforeseen, you never know. But again, this is Nio. This is my Nio position, and currently I'm well up on it. I'm very well up on it. And if you want to be up on the plays again, hit the Discord link. I think I linked it to the top of the chat. Somebody hit me in the super chat. Let me check you out. Jonathan, appreciate you, big dog, for the super chat. He said, thanks for being live during market hours. Been waiting months to see this. Dream come true. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Okay, now let's get to the AMC. Let's get to the AMC position. This is one we've been running with too. So currently, I got the AMC 145, $145 call. This is the strike, right? That's the strike price. And then it's for September 17th, 2021. Take a look at this. It's up 17.22%. However, I want you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself one question. You see that this is up 17%. This call option is up 17%, aka $500. Quick, nice, easy. However, is AMC $145 right now? No. Is AMC close to $145 right now? No. So how did we make money? How did we make money on this, family? We made money because the contract now costs more than when we first bought it. That's why. The contract costs more than when we first bought it. When we bought it, it was $10.07. Now, if you buy it now, it's $11.80. And we just picked up another one of these and doubled down on it just yesterday, if not the day before, over on the Discord. That's how we getting down. So that's why. And again, I want you to ask yourself the same question in case you missed it and you ain't listening in the back. Look at this. $145 strike for September 17th, 2021. Ask yourself again, is AMC $145? No, it is not. How did we make 17% on our money? How do we make 17% on our money? Because the contract price went up. When you trading, so you can average up on a contract, you can average down on a contract. And this is one thing that I try to ask, and I'm gonna let you know too about. Let me get to the super chat for disappear. Can you talk about BB in a little? So I've not been researching BlackBerry at all. I've not been researching it at all, but we can look at it and see what's going on with the charts. Okay, so let's look at this. AMC currently, I have $17,000 in AMC, in the stock. $17,000 in the stock, and I got $3,500 in the call. But I got 300 shares, and I got 3 options. Now, when you buying stocks and you buying options, guess what? You do not diamond hand the options. Do not diamond hand the options. Never diamond hand an option. Take a look at this over here. You see this thing? It's called theta. Theta is acting against you. You have theta decay, aka time decay. So theta is eating away at your option every single day. So if you have an option and let's say it's worth $1 today, and then it's worth $1 the next day, and then it's worth $1 the next day, it wouldn't really be worth $1. If the stock price stayed the same, theta is just going to be dropping and dropping and dropping the price of the option. It's going to just be taking the money away. That's what I'm talking about. We in here, baby. We in here. If you an ape in the chat, let me know in the chat. Let me see some gorillas, baby. Let me see some gorillas in the chat. Okay, so now, and when I tell you only put money into this, you willing to lose. You see this $17,000 right here that I have in AMC? Guess what? I'm ready to diamond hand this one for you, baby. I'm ready to diamond hand. Right? Ain't that funny? Somebody said, yo, diamond hand options. Right? Do not diamond hand options. You never diamond hand your options. Diamond hand your options is like giving away money. It's just like giving away money. You do not want to give away the money. Diamond hand your options. Yeah, you diamond hand your options. You're gonna wish you didn't. You'll wish you didn't. Okay, so now you see what I got going on over here. You see what I got going on over here. This is pretty much it. And notice that if this Nio call, all right, here we go. Somebody in the Discord asked me this, and I want to clarify this. Yes, if you an ape, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I see all these thousands of apes. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Let me get some apes in the chat. Oh yeah, and in a little bit, we're gonna go check the Motley Fool article. Somebody asked me to check. So make sure that you got your idiot hat on ready, baby. Make sure you got your idiot hat on, baby. Right? Somebody said diamond handed options. Diamond handed options is like it's like burning $100 bills. Exactly. You might as well just light it up, baby. Maybe you can. I'm gonna leave it alone. Somebody said sundial grower, right? You might as well roll your cannabis up in $100 bills if you diamond handing your options. Okay. So now let's look at it. I'm up 135% on my AMC stock. I got in at 12. I told you 100 times. I got in at 12. I had bought 150 of them, and I got the family in too. A lot of us got in, and we literally got in, I want to say 3 days, like 3 days before it shot all the way up to like 60. It went from like 12 to like 60. I don't know if it was a week or so, but all right. And again, yeah, we got to put our idiot hats on in a second because we had to go read some Motley Fool. Okay. But again, somebody asked me, the AMC call, the $100 one, right? Again, if you want to be up on the plays, hit the Discord. I put the Discord in the top of the chat. And whenever we do options as a family, we run them. But now, family, if you want a Discord, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. When we get into an option, and I tell you, we got to get in and we got to get out. We got to get in and we got to get out. That means that it's an extremely short-term option, and that I'm anticipating that if it doesn't run right away, that theta is going to kill you if you hold on to it till tomorrow. Theta will kill you if you hold on to it till tomorrow. So you got to get in and get out and then roll into a better option. This is how you end up with all of the green like this here. So I was down 2%, and it was like, I want to say, I was down 2% on the option, and it was like 3 o'clock on a Monday, right? So then I'm like, oh, family, it's time to roll out of this one, because if you stay in it, you'll turn a minus 2% into a minus 20, minus 40, minus 50, minus 70. You got to get out of that. Take a extremely small loss on the option. You do not diamond hand option. Never diamond hand option. And then, guess what? Roll into another one, and then boom, I use some of that money to double down on the 145 17 strike, and then boom, I'm up 17% on it. That's how you got to play. You got to play to win. You got to play to win. Okay, so now, if somebody said, when am I letting go of this $100 Nio call? What I'm looking for is I want to be up 40 to 100% on a minimum, and then I'll get out of it. But I got time. Now, if I notice that the market is crashing down, guess what? We gave ourselves so much time that even if we were to hold this $30 one, which is the most recent or most short-term Nio one that we have, even if we were to hold it, and let's say the entire summer, like June, July, August, right? Let's say the entire summer was just crashing. What I would do, and if you want a Discord, you're going to see this live, is I would just buy more. And then average down. So this price right here, this 16, it would go down to 11, 10, 6, right? It would go down. But then I would just average down, because since we have so much time, what would happen is we would basically go up. We would go up in... We got more time to win. That's the long story short. Let's go to the Motley Fool article, and let's see what they got going on, family, because I'm interested in seeing this. So Motley Fool. Let's see what they talking about. So this is my web browser right here, and let's go to FinViz. They usually, there we go, FinViz. Let's reload this page. So again, I'm gonna teach you how to fish too. So if you just know, here we go. Somebody said $145 call. If you buy a $145 call, don't buy it short term. Don't buy it short term unless you're ready. If you get in and get out, though, I want you to know you are gonna, if you get in and get out, cut your losses quick, or if you're making a lot of money quick, remember, you can always roll into a better option. Okay, here we go. So now we on the Motley Fool, baby. Or we on FinViz rather, but we're gonna look at what's going on with the Motley Fool. Now, all of the articles, you can see all of the price targets. This is finviz.com, family. Finviz. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can see it better. Finviz.com, and I want you to know they got a million commercials. Jeez Louise. But here we go. Somebody said they joined in the Discord. Welcome to the Discord, Chris. Appreciate you, big dog. Welcome to the Discord, baby. Oven mitt check. Now, let's get it. FinViz, they show you the charts, right? They show you all of these kind of things, market cap, blah, 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 sales. They show you the downgrades and everything going on like that. Let's look at some of that before we get to anything else. So on May 26th, how many times I got an X out of this? Sheesh. All right. I guess X and out of it. You guys see this little thing? It just don't work. X, watch it come back. Look. I guess we just gotta go up here. Some battles you can't win. You gotta know when to bow out. Okay, here we go. May 26th, they downgraded it. This is B. Riley Securities. They said it's going to 16, right? Okay, got it. On April 5th, they upgraded it. They said it was going to 13. All right, look, wishy-washy. We're not even gonna check for them. Let's go to this. So we have all of the articles now, and this is from Zacks. Here we go. Motley Fool. AMC's new problem. Not enough people are returning to theaters. Let's go in here. And again, Motley Fool, if you see this video, you come across this is just our opinion. Hey guys, make sure you dressed appropriately for this. Again, put your idiot hat on and let's go through. Here we go. Because sometimes you gotta be an idiot to believe some of the stuff that they want you to believe. So here we go. AMC, their new problem is not enough people are returning to the theaters. They pumping these out. Jason joining the Discord. Major salute, big dog. Major salute. Major salute. Here we go. So, okay. So not enough people are returning to theaters. Let me tell you something. When I went to the movies recently, I seen a lot of people returning to the theaters. And this was to see certain, like, what did I see? What did I see most recently? I cannot remember. It was one of the big movies that just came out recently. I cannot remember. It wasn't The Conjuring. It wasn't. I cannot remember. I just recently went out and seen the movie, but now it's lost to me. It's lost to me. Regardless, though, people was in the movies. Just know that. And I want you to know this. This is not a fundamental play. No one's getting in this for fundamental reasons. We're getting in. We might get into it later. For fundamental reasons when it comes back to a reasonable price. However, Motley Fool, we're getting into this for the short squeeze potential, baby. We're getting into this for the short squeeze potential, not the movie returns. And the Fast and the Furious, A Quiet Place, that's what it was. It was A Quiet Place too. And you know what? I had a good time. I had a really good time. I bought some concessions. Shout out to the movie theaters. Now, I really thoroughly enjoyed that. It was A Quiet Place too. Right, Fast and Furious 9 is coming out. Now, you may be asking yourself, who's going to see that? You might not be going to see that, but there are millions of people who are going to see that, and there's going to be a Fast and Furious 10, 11, 12. Why? Because so many people just like going to the movies, turn off your brain, and have some dumb fun in the movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. And watch, you're going to start hearing that Fast and the Furious 9 or some other movie, who knows, breaking movie reopening records or something like that. Watch, people are going to the movies. It is what it is. And okay, but this is just one Motley Fool article. This is just one. Let's X out of this and let's see how recently, other than that, they posted another article about AMC. Look at this. This one is 8/11. This one came out 8/11, the one that we just read. 8/11. Okay, let's take a look at this. This one is 7/47. 7/47. Could AMC stock be your ticket to millions? Could it be your ticket to millions? Let's see. Could this be our ticket to millions? And this was posted again at 7:45 a.m. And then they tell you that it's at $60. In January, the stock price rose from less than $3 in January to nearly $60 at the beginning of June. Okay. Take a closer look at the stock. Okay, they taking a closer look. They breaking it down. Should you invest? Under the circumstances, we caution against investing in Class A common stock unless you're prepared to incur. Oh, they tried to quote AMC specifically and try to use their own words against them. So earlier this year, AMC came out with a statement because they had to say this to avoid a class action lawsuit. You have to say these things legally. So it says this, and AMC officially came out with this. Remember, they said under the circumstances, we caution you against investing in our Class A common stock unless you are prepared to incur the risk of losing all or a substantial portion of your investment. Now, why did AMC come out and say this? And why is the Motley Fool using this as fire and flames against the movement? They're doing it because of this. They know that AMC has raised a lot of money recently with the stock going up. So AMC has raised so much money. And whenever you find out that a company is raising a lot of money, there are lawyers, class action lawsuit lawyers, who are just looking for any small chink in your armor, just any small little chink in your armor, and they're trying to just exploit that weakness and then have a class action lawsuit where everybody who was involved gets like $10, but all of the lawyers each get like $10 million, right? So to avoid something like that, AMC, they know that their stock might squeeze and people are going to buy at the top and then be mad. They might buy at the top and then be mad. And it is what it is. Somebody said the second sentence. Somebody said, we believe that the recent volatility in our current market price trade dynamics are unrelated and to the underlying business. Yeah, and we know that. It's related to the stock market. Short squeeze that everybody's anticipating. Somebody said Nio's up 4%. Yep, so that would mean our option is going up too. The thing about getting options, family, and again, Discord family, major salute. Exactly. My boy, John Bug, he said that CCIV is a prime example, right? So like AMC, how their stock price is up really, really high, higher than Oh, family, my camera died. Can you still hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, family. Because if you can hear me, I'll just talk. But I'm going to put a new battery in my camera. You know I'm new to this live stuff. You already know. Let me know if you can hear me, though. My camera, RIP. Somebody put some RIPs in the chat for the camera. Put some RIPs in the chat for the camera. But it should be back in a moment. Can my camera get some prayer hands? Can my camera get some prayer hands, family? This was a camera. You were good to us. You were good to us. Could you please be good to us again in the future? We would love it. We would appreciate it. RIP to the camera. We should be back in like literally half a second. Okay, yeah, we back. We back in business, baby. Like we never left. RIP to the camera. Camera, listen, we love you. We appreciate you. Yo, family, did you think we was going to have to go to 2 funerals today? So we got to go to the funeral for that short seller, right? We got to go to the funeral for that short seller, that hedge fund. And now we got to go to we got to go to this funeral here. Right? We got to go to this funeral for this hedge fund. And now we got to go to the funeral for my camera. But the camera got a second life. It got a second life. And you too could have a second life if you get into the stock market and start knocking it out the park with us. That's what I'm talking about, baby. But if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in the index fund. All right, let's get it. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's X out this Motley Fool thing and let's see. Let's just look through the data and come on, FinViz, you and these freaking commercials. I'm tired of battling with your commercials. If I X out of it 10 times, you think it'll work? All right, here we go. So let's just count how many times in the last 2 days the Motley Fool, just 2 days. We can't really do the whole, and today just started. The market just opened at 9:30. But let's do this. The market just opened. Let's see how many hit pieces the Motley Fool has out for, you guessed it, AMC. So, okay, 8:11, we got 1. And then we have at 7:45, we got 2. Let's keep going. Oh, now they on Torchlight. Oh, AMC, Express, Torchlight all had big moves today. I would not be surprised if they were trying to get you to buy Torchlight and get you to not buy AMC. Wouldn't surprise me. So we're going with 3 on that. You know what? We'll give them the benefit of doubt. We'll give them the benefit of doubt, and we'll exclude that one. We'll just say we're on 2. We're on 2. Okay, and then we got 8:41. AMC retail investors want to hold, but management wants to sell. We got 3. Let's go to 8:36. This is yesterday. Forget AMC stock. Okay, we got 4. And 3 reasons to avoid AMC stock. We got 5. 5 and a possible. 5 and a possible, like we was playing spades, right? Because this one is possible. This Torchlight AMC one. So in the span of one hole yesterday, one day, and then the few hours that the market's been open today, already they got 5 hit pieces out. Bow, bow, shots fired, baby. Shots fired. That's how they getting down. But okay, I want you to know, family, I'm having a lot of fun on live with y'all. My guy said this in the super chat. Diamond Hands from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, let me know where you from, family. Let me know where you from. Oh, and the camera's back. The camera is back, baby. Camera back like it never left. If the mic died, I'd be out of luck. But the camera is back. Okay, but let's get out of it. Let's get out of this one. And let's move this one away. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the dark pool data. Before we move away. Here we go. The dark pool data. This is stockgrid.io. And what you see over here is the dark pool data that has been reported about AMC. The dark pool data that has been reported about AMC. Now, notice this. We got 18 million up here. 18 million net volume. So basically they spent $18 million, 18 million more shares was purchased over on the dark pool. That's what this is telling you. And how much did it cost? About $1 billion is what it cost. And the position has the volume has increased to 546 million. Now that's interesting. And then the position, the amount of money that was spent over there, $28 billion in volume was traded over there. That's a lot. And this is not all one day. This is cumulative. This is cumulative. But you already know they're digging holes. They're digging holes, and then they won't stop. They won't stop. They just keep digging a hole and digging a hole and digging a hole. And we've since learned that the average holding position in short position is about, let's call it, what was it? It's about $10 for the average short position. Okay, shout out to Victory. Shout out to you for the sticker. Appreciate you for that. Appreciate you. Much love for that. Much love. Much love. Somebody said from Alabama, from New York, Long Island in the building, Columbia, South Carolina, Puerto Rico in the house, baby. We got Detroit. Somebody said they got Hot Atlanta. I never heard it called that. All right. Hot Atlanta, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Savannah, Georgia, the Chi-Town. Somebody said refresh the page. I exited. I'll go back later. But let's go back to the charts. Let's see what AMC is doing too. For a second, Tampa, Florida. I got another Chicago in the building. New York, Kentucky, Dominican Republic, Idaho. All right, family, we from everywhere. South Africa in the building, Morocco, Jersey, Texas, Brooklyn, North Carolina. Okay, yeah, we from, all right, I see you. Denver, Arkansas, South Carolina, Fort Worth, Flint, Florida. Man, Seattle, Los Angeles. Somebody said rest in peace to the Hedgies. Let's look. Let's look and see. Let's look at the charts. Okay. Oh, this is Nio. Okay, yeah. So here we go. Let's go back. Let's get out of this hour time frame. Oh, we broke out of the little brief, ever so brief channel. That's excellent. But like I told you, this $59, $60 range, this is currently holding up some support. We're currently holding support here. Let's put a horizontal line. Let's put it on the closing for this close right here. Let's put it down here. You probably can hear my cat. So, okay. So now I'm going to put this and I'm going to make it, let's make it orange. So this orange line right here, we have a few, these are some of our lows, like our lowest low on the 5-minute chart. And this was about 10:15 or so. 10:10, just about 10:10. Our lowest low right here on the chart. Our lowest low. Okay, so now, if you want a Discord, you're probably trying to get into the Discord right now. So you guys see that I'm on live. So I'm not checking to help you to get in just yet. I'll get back over there. But I'm not currently there right now. Okay, so now let's see. Shout out to my people on live. This is my first live. We got 3,500 people in here. That's what's up. Well, not my first live, my first market open live. Let's talk about it, baby. I'm here with y'all and I'm having a good time. The vibes is right. The vibes is awesome, amazing. Somebody said, Tiffany, the Discord link for Patreon membership. Yes. It's a private Discord. It's a private Discord for the family to get over there. And it's on Patreon. That's how it's rocking. Discord family in the building. Discord family in the building. Just like, and if you follow me on Instagram too, family. Follow me on Instagram too. It's a lot of fakers out here. Faking be me on Instagram. And that's crazy annoying, family. That's crazy annoying. This is me. I don't know if you can see it too well. Keenan Grace 1. I'm trying to make it Keenan Grace 1. There's these fake pages on Instagram, and I cannot get Instagram to verify your boy, but Keenan Grace 1 at KENANGRACE 1. KENANGRACE 1. My Twitter is different. My Twitter is just KENANGRACE. This is the Twitter. Twitter's a little different. Twitter, Keenan Grace. You hear my cat yelling at us? Okay, so now let's look at this. So we in this, and let's see where our, let's look back at the chart. And let's see. So we got our support somewhat. And remember, this is a super weak support. There's hardly any, like, past history and confirmation on this one. Let's get a horizontal line and let's put it up here. We could go way tighter on this one. Let's do it. Let's keep it here. In case we're trying to break out. Let's see how long this little channel here lasts. Let's see how long this little channel here lasts. This is consolidation, family. Now, if you're short selling, you're getting killed right now with the consolidation. Somebody sent the super chat. Let me check you out. Big dog Corey. Much love, big dog. H-Town in a building. H-Town in a building, baby. Somebody said oven mitt check. Yeah. SSNIN. Appreciate you for the super chat. Whoa. Whoa. Much love. Alan said this. Remember, we got more time than the hedge funds got money. That's exactly true. And shout out to Ohio. Much love, Ohio. Much love. I tell you this, family. One day, I want us to do a meetup. I see that everything is cooling off. And if we could meet up at AMC, that would be crazy. We might. And you know what's funny? It doesn't cost that much to rent out a whole theater. It does not cost that much to rent out a theater. Obviously, it's not free, but it don't cost that much to rent out a whole theater. Somebody said, show your kitty. This ain't OnlyFans. No, I know what you mean. I had to chase that cat around. If I try to catch it, I can't catch it. Kitty. See if she comes. She probably won't. KC, Middletown, New York. Let's get it. Somebody say, you the man, big dog. You the man. Just know that. Okay, yeah, but you see how we're coming down here. Look at this candle here. And for those of you who just got in, let me tell you how to read candle. Oh, yeah. Family, that's an excellent question. Who said this? World Ammo. Why Keenan Grace _1 got more followers? That's crazy. I tell you this. When I first got on YouTube and my YouTube channels first started getting kind of big, I was telling people, oh yeah, go over and get on the Instagram. Get on the Instagram, right? So then I got from like 0 to like 25,000 subscribers, like boom, like real quick. Followers on Instagram. And then I had stopped talking about Instagram so much. I stopped talking about it because I transitioned all of my stock plays and everything. I transitioned it over to the Discord, right? That's why my Discord family, major salute to the Discord, been hitting the home runs. So, okay. Then I come back on Instagram and I was like, just checking. And there was a Keenan Grace _1 that has more followers than me, like double, right? Like double. They got like 70,000 or 100,000 or 60,000, something like that. They got like double, right? They got more followers. In my opinion, it's a scammer who is buying followers. When you look at the page, they have no engagement. They have low, and I'm blocked, so I can't check it. They blocked me because they don't want me to see that they're trying to front like they're me. But I'm not Keenan Grace _1. I'm Keenan Grace 1. And I got a picture. I got proof that it's me on my channel. It says proof I'm KG. Proof. Look at this. Proof I'm KG. I'm gonna click it.
Family, I'm getting tired of these scam pages. It's your boy KG, Keenan Grace, and I am Keenan Grace 1.
Keenan Grace 1.
My Instagram, Keenan Grace 1. All the other ones,
fake. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's why they paying for followers, and it seemed kind of like, oh wow, that's corny. It's even worse than corny because what they're doing is they're using your trust in me against us both. They're using the trust that you have in me against you and me both. That's crazy. Somebody said, I've been driving a garbage truck for 3 years. Please hold AMC. I cannot smell trash no more. Yo, family, I appreciate you for your work. And let me tell you, Aaron, I appreciate you for the super chat. The work that you do, it don't go unnoticed, family. You one of the people who are holding the world up. Never let anybody tell you that your job isn't important or anything like that. But just know, I'm holding for you. I'm holding for you, big dog. I'm holding for you. If you got bigger dreams for yourself, I'm with you all the way, family. I feel like my purpose in this world is to help you find yours. Now, somebody else sent me a super chat. Man, whoa, this is the biggest one I got today. Biggest one. I appreciate you for that. And again, y'all don't have to send me super chats. Y'all do not have to send me super chats. However, you're doing it anyway. And I appreciate the love. And he says, have a blessed day. Much love. Thank you for the content. I got you. Just know I got you. I got you always. I got you. I got you. I got you. Somebody said Compton, California in the building. Compton, California, San Diego in the building. Dominion, Florida. Okay, I see you. I see you. Right, synthetic followers. Right, they got synthetic followers, fake followers. Right, it's probably one of these hedge funds. It's probably one of these hedge funds over here. Michigan in the building. Michigan in the building. Oh, family, look. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Because generally on my channel, we do long-term investing, right? But if you see, is this translating well? I feel like you can't see this. I have an orange. Let me click on my own live. To make sure that you can see what I can see on my screen. Because I feel like you can't. Let me click on my own live. Click on my own live and just double check. Oh, you can see it. You can see it. Okay, good. So, I don't know why on my screen it's not showing up here. But look at this. You see this line here? Take a look. Our channel is working. It's working so far. So, I'm not going to say swing trade. You do what you want. However, currently, the channel that we have, this bar of resistance and this bar of support right here, look at that. It bounced right off it and it's going right back up. So if it consolidates like this, this is how you get into swing trading. However, when I'm doing the options with the Discord family, this is the things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a channel or an uptrend or a downtrend. And then I say, okay, boom. And we try to get in like down here so then we can ride it up. So then people be like, man, how y'all make money on the option? We make money on the option because the stock went up a little bit and we got in on a low point. And people always say, Keenan, why you use the Robinhood charts on the videos? Why you using the Robinhood charts? I'm using the Robinhood charts because they're simple. And when your videos, you're not necessarily doing them about technical analysis. You don't need to show a complicated looking chart like this. You just need to show the stock price. Okay. Let me not miss the super chats because, again, I appreciate you for showing them. So it's not letting you post a question you want to ask. Rich, try again, family. Try again. Appreciate you for the super chat. And my guy, Credent TV, said this. Thank you for all the content. Posting updates. Please don't ever sell yourself. I will never, ever. This will not happen, family. This will not happen. I just don't have it in my heart to do something like that. Somebody said and Gio, shout out to you, Gio, for the super chat, big dog. Much love. Gio said I'm an out of work teacher. Teaching is my calling, but I lost my job teaching now, and now you working in construction. Hold longer. He said I hope to no longer do drywall. And you know what, family? Right. We don't want nobody smelling trash, nobody doing these jobs that they don't want. We don't want you to be a slave. We do not want you to be a slave to jobs that you do not want and do not love and do not find passion in. You know what I'm talking about? All right, Jamie hit me with a super chat too. Jamie just said this. Jamie said, trying to be financially successful once I get out of the military. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jamie. Major salute. AMC to the moon. AMC to the moon. Somebody said, would you sell yourself for like 1 in like 1,000,000 different zeros? No, never sell yourself. Let me tell you something about me. I'd rather live under a bridge. And you think I'm just talking, but I'm not. I'd rather live under a bridge than ever sell myself at all. I will never do that. I will never sell myself for money. There's things in this world that are worth way more than money. And what's worth more than money? The view that you have of yourself. The way that you view yourself is worth way more than money. This is why I want financial freedom for you. If you have a job and let's say your boss is talking to you any kind of way, right? Your boss is talking to you any kind of way. They disrespecting you, holding you down, right? Or they're giving somebody else the raise and you should have got the raise. You know, you don't be envious. But at the same time, you got to make it so that you are comfortable with who you are and you are getting what you want to get out of this life. That's what it's all about. And you don't have to step on people to do it either. But you have to always treat yourself right. Always treat yourself right. If you had someone treating you the way that you treat yourself, you probably wouldn't even hang out with them. You probably wouldn't even hang out with them. Imagine that somebody was in your ear telling you all the time, you probably can't do it. Oh, don't get into options. You don't know what you're doing. Guess what? Maybe you don't know now, but maybe you can go and learn how to do it. Maybe you can learn how to do it responsibly, right? So, and if you have a boss that is talking down to you or whatever, it's like this, I don't want you to quit your job, but I'll tell you this, I want you to find a way so that you will never have to endure certain things like this again. I'd rather live under a bridge. Than to become somebody that I myself do not like. That's the end of the story. Now, Carlos, thank you for the super chat, big dog, and shout out to California. Major shout out to California. And Rich, let's see, he said, I'm trying to, are you filtering content? No, I'm watching it right here, right now. He said, I can post it in a regular chat, but in super chat, I have a question about the dark pool. And can you explain? I can explain the dark pool. I'm not filtering the chat. I'm right here watching the chat, family. I'm right here watching the chat. My mods, they might be up in the chat. I'm not sure. But YouTube does filter out certain words. So the dark pool, right? Let me talk to you about the dark pool so you can just understand that real quick. And I appreciate you for the super chat. Much love for the super chat. The dark pool is basically this. It's not like some... I guess you could look at it like a secret society almost, but it's kind of like that in a way, but it's like this. The intention, let's talk about the legal intention of a dark pool, the intention as to why it even exists. Let me see, do I have the screenshot up here? Talk about the legal intention of a dark pool as to why it exists. So let me look into my screenshots and then I'll read you what I have right here listed. But I'll talk to you about it. So a dark pool is basically where large institutions, their goal is basically to sell all of their shares that they have, but not manipulate the market doing it, right? So this is why the government lets them do it. Because if you hear, for example, that Jeff Bezos, he recently sold like $2.5 billion worth of Amazon. If you hear somebody's making moves like that, you might say, oh, if he's going to sell, and Jonathan, he said, you felt that? I appreciate you, big dog. Just know I keep it real, I keep it raw. That's all we can do over here. Now, if it's like this with the dark pool, right? The reason the government allows it to be legal is because Jeff Bezos, people like this, the rich people from Amazon, like not even just Amazon, I'm just using him as an example because he more recently sold a high amount of shares really quickly. So he sold like $2.5 billion worth of shares in 2 days, right? So the reason the dark pool exists is because if you hear that they're selling so many shares, you know that this could drive the price down and everybody else could try to start to pick up and sell out too. And then this could crash the stock. So what the government does is they say, you know what? We're going to allow the dark pool to exist. We're going to allow it to exist. So then you can make the big dogs, the big institutions, they want to sell $1 billion worth of stocks at one time. They go and put it in a dark pool and then they exchange it over there. They don't even know who they're selling it to. And the other people don't even know who they're buying it from, supposedly, right? Now, what happens is it happens. And then it comes over to us on the market. And then we hear, oh, so-and-so just bought all of these shares, or just sold all of these shares on the dark pool, and then we get to deal with the ramifications and the reaction from all of it. That's always what happens, family. That's always what happens. Now it's legal, but what's happening too, though, since we can't verify and see every single trade that's going on, now it appears that there are synthetic shares being traded over there and actually hidden and out of the call money, or out of the money call options and things like that. But that's a whole nother story. So my question was about the dark pool. It's more about AMC. Why are those negative numbers good for us? Oh, you talking about let me go back and appreciate you again for the super chat, big dog. Let me go back to this and I see what you're talking about. You talking about this. Can you see this? No, you can't see this. Here we go. You know your boy getting it going, learn how to do the dual monitor joint. But here we go. Columbus, Ohio in the building. Now there's bots in the chat. No. Okay, it's people talking about TRCH. Okay, yeah. You're talking about this, if I'm not mistaken. So these negative numbers are good for us because you see the volume. It gives you an idea of what's going on with the shorts, right? The shorts, they're selling more and more shares. So these negative numbers, this means that they just picked up just this amount of volume over on the dark pool. And they just put in another $1 billion over on the dark pool. The more money that they're doing over there, and they're doing this with the dark pool data, basically towards and against AMC, because you know a lot of the money, they're basically betting it against AMC. So what does that mean? That means the higher these numbers go up, the higher the short interest. It's kind of correlated. It's kind of correlated. Now, the short interest might come down briefly, but you see that they're so in the hole, that, guess what? Eventually, they're going to have to cover. And when they start to cover, guess what? Give a hug to your mother, because you might be rich. Okay, let's talk about it. And let's get to this next super chat. My guy said this. Where we at? Oh, here we go. My guy said, and I don't want to miss it because I appreciate you. Oh, he sent the sticker. Gregory, appreciate you for the $5 sticker, big dog. And Corey said this. We have to diamond hold these hedges of recycling and reusing shares. Yep. You already know how they doing. Yep, of course. We know some are holding. Some of the holders aren't apes. Some of the holders are not apes. Oh, yeah, but you know what's crazy? And Rich, appreciate you, big dog. I got you. Just know. And again, everybody in the Discord, they already know. My Discord family, when they mention me, listen, I learned how to find my mentions on the Discord again. They changed up the whole format. But you know what? We all good. We all ready. I talk to my people one-on-one in there. I want y'all to see this. Because some large institutions are actually kind of becoming apes. So let's look at AMC institutional ownership. Okay, let's look. So this is fintel.io, and this tells you what the big dogs did as recently, sometimes as last quarter, mostly. Okay, here we go. Let's look. Let's scroll through, and let's see. When you see green on fintel.io, that means a new position was opened. A new position was opened for the first time. And then when you see gray, it means that they're redoing the same position. So when you look at what is it? There's red. Red means they sold out the play completely. Let's look at the top owners. We're on fintel.io. Let's look at the top owners. So we got inside. Let's look at the overview. We might have to go to CNN Business to see this. Yeah, we might have to go to CNN Business to see what I'm looking for. Let's go. AMC institutional ownership. NASDAQ, they might, let's look at NASDAQ.com and let's see what they're talking about. So NASDAQ.com, on their last report, they own 26, all right, yeah, look at this. So institutions, they increased the position. So 193 new large institutions since last quarter basically picked up 86 million shares of AMC. They increased their position by this much. They decreased their position by 16 million. And this was 105 large institutions that decreased their position. However, just eight didn't do a thing and they held. And according to this, the last time that they checked, the institutional holdings is there's 306 large institutions that hold 115 million shares. 115 million shares. Now, why is this important? Remember this. Remember that Adam Aaron told us that there was 4.1 million individual holders. There's 4.1 million individual holders of AMC. Just so you know that I'm not lying over here, let me try to find that for you. Just so you can see how dominant we are in this game. How dominant. Here we go. I had to find a screenshot real quick, and I'm going to send it to my computer, and I'm going to show it to you. Adam Aaron told us that, take a look at this. Adam Aaron told us that there are 501 million outstanding shares, but we know since then it's gone up. It's going up to 513. But look at this. There's 4.1 million shareholders. So, right, AMC, number of shareholders in the U.S. and abroad, increased to about 4.1 million shareholders, and we own 80% of AMC. Okay, we know that, right? But now, let's take it back to this. Let's look at this. This, and let me scroll, let me put this behind, let me X out this. All right. Only 306, according to this, only 306 of those shareholders are large institutions. Only 306 of those 4.1 million shareholders are large institutions. That means that we really, most owners are apes, and it's not even close. Somebody said drink responsibly, but in Korea, I might not be saying your name right, but Miss Rogers, I appreciate you for this super chat. Just know, in the kitchen oven mitt song, let's talk about it. Bake responsibly, exactly. Drink responsibly, bake responsibly, yeah. And family, I appreciate you. Number one fan, much love for the super chat. Much love for the super chat. So I hope you guys know Robinhood is loaning your shares to these shorts. And this is Don. Yeah. I hope you guys know Robinhood is loaning your shares to the short sellers. And it's a part of their business plan to get free, commission-free trading. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Oh, you hear my cat? Right, over here talking. Cat over here talking us up. But again, just know 306 million. I'm sorry, 306 period. Just 306 own large institutions own 115 million shares, and we own the rest of the 400 million shares. So there's 400 for us, and then after that, somebody said, please feed and pet your AMC cat now. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But we own the rest of them, family. That's how we win in this one. That's how we doing so well with it. That's how we doing so well with it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I wanted you to see this. So you know how there's so many different articles coming out by Market Watch, right? Market Watch. So many different articles coming out by Market Watch about AMC again and again. Look, 3 hours, 20 hours, 2 hours ago. Market Watch, that was Motley Fool. But they coming out with so many different articles about AMC, them and the Motley Fool. But then I always tell you, you got to look and dig deep, and you got to ask yourself, who owns these things, right? So then, look at this. Market Watch, the parent organizations, you got Dow Jones & Company, Ruby, Newco, News Corp, News Corporation. So News Corporation is basically the main one, right? And when you look up News Corporation and you look up who's involved in News Corporation, guess what? You're not even going to be surprised. You're not even going to be surprised when you find out who owns Market Watch. You're going to be like, okay, I could have spotted this from a mile away. I feel like my cat is not used to me being down here so early in the morning. Like, what are you doing in my house so early? We hanging out today? Not now, later. Here we go. Take a look at this. Okay. Here we go. So, we just said that News Corp owns Market Watch, and they posted all these negative hit piece articles, right? This and that. Every time you turn around, they got a new hit piece article. And look at this, family. Look at this. It says News Corp, ticker symbol NWS, right? NWSA, NWSAL, all of these. Citadel, Ken Griffin, the owner of Citadel, has 6 million shares, according to this right here, and they have $169 million worth. That's a lot of money to have invested in their family. But again, so your boy might get on again later. You might be able to see this. Let me see on your screen. Oh, you can't see it. So your boy computer is about to die. So I got to plug this thing in. But I want you to know this, baby. I love y'all. And you know what? Before we get on out of here, I'm going to get an intro for the people again. Because some of y'all missed it in the top, but I got you right now. So this is not financial advice. Oh, before we even go, I want to say this. Add me on Instagram. Hit your boy up on Instagram. I'm Keenan Grace 1, not _1. That's a fake. I got like 30,000 subscribers or followers. Keenan Grace 1. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Twitter. Keenan Grace. Just at Keenan Grace. But here we go. If you can't handle the heat, no, that's not how I started. Let's start it over from the top, baby. Y'all ready? You in the back. You ready for this? You ready for this? This is not financial advice. I just hope you brought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Now, don't invest in companies you don't understand and don't believe in, because if they dip, you not gonna buy the dip, and then you're gonna sell low and be right back here crying to me, and I'm not having that. So if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in index funds. Hit that like button to show your boy some love. Hit that notification bell to stay tuned. Let's get straight to the point. I'm getting out of here, baby. Subscribe to the channel. I love